Go to getamazonnow.com and give a gift card.
Welcome to humanity. This is our one.
Whatever it takes, we got to say whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Me, Harvey Oswald, what's your name? I know how am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. You're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Mia, the Knockout St. John. You're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jacksonville.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Dan Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
Whatever it takes, we got to say whatever it takes. All these truths for whatever it takes. This is how we show it. Whatever it takes. 'Cause we ain't got nothing to whatever it takes.
I am the king of the world. Hold it. Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I took up the world.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. As Andrew clears his throat, I didn't really record it. We're talking boxing. 11 straight year. Talking boxing. 11 straight. We've done it for 11 straight years. Nice. Andrew and I have done it for 11 straight. Andrew Lapachet, formerly of Premier Round magazine, because we don't know what the hell happened to Premier Round.
Coach should be making a comeback here, Lee.
Shout out to Mario. Don't know what they're doing, but shout out to Mario. Shout out to Pound for Pound. They still seem to have a website. Sorry, that amused me. Wait. Let's see how they're doing in the ranking. Come on, you want me to see how they're doing?
Are you really going to, this is how we're starting 2017?
Yeah, we're going right for the throat, right?
Let's check their
right
ratings.
For Bill's throat on day one. He's not getting a lot of traffic on the website at all. He's just not.
Boxing isn't really.
No, but I mean, it's just Pound for Pound's not doing.
Yeah.
Not pretty.
It's not good right now.
Sad. Nice website. Hey, go to poundforpound.com and visit one of the top 2,227,908 websites in the world. Woo! Sorry, Bill, but maybe you should write more? I don't know. I mean, how does that work? Does that, am I being a dick? I don't want to start 2017 off on the wrong foot. I'm trying to be less controversial in 2017.
There's 2 million websites out there, huh? That would suck.
The funniest line to that, Andrew, to put that into Alexa only tracks the top 20 million websites, right? So what I find amusing about, Pound for Pound was a happening website. To put it in comparison, Ring Magazine or KO or no, Boxing News. Boxing News, there it is, Boxing News. News.com. I'll look it up to give you an idea of where they... no, that's not the Boxing News. Why am I not seeing it?
Because I think so many people rely on social media feeds now.
Boxing 24. Okay, they're the number one. ESPN Box. Well, ESPN doesn't count, but Boxing 24, right? They're one of the top. Boxing News 24 hours. For those of you who don't know, BoxingNews24.com. Their Alexa ranking is. They're in the top 45,000 websites in the world. 33,000 in the U.S. Wow. They have 547 sites linking in. Derek, does that give you a comparison that you can handle? Wow. Ring TV. Let's see how they're doing. They do very well. Yeah, top 111,000 websites. Top 59,000. They do very well. That's, those are comparable numbers. Boxing Scene. You and I both use Boxing Scene on this show many times for stories. Boxing Scene, top 26,000 websites, top 10,000 in the U.S. say goodbye to Bill Trio. Maybe I should offer to buy out pound for pound.
For what though?
I don't know.
Ratings?
Nobody goes to the website anymore.
Those ratings.
I can't believe that I just shit all over Bill to start off 2017.
Nice.
Visit pound, the number 4, the number pound, wordpound.com for more boxing news for whatever reason. We're here to talk about boxing. And boy, let me tell you why I wanted to record. It was the shitstorm press conference of Kirkland. And am I wrong in this press conference where they're trying to make me believe that Cotto Kirkland's a real fight?
Yeah, no, it's that fight isn't going to do numbers at all.
It's not even that it won't do numbers. It's the fact that Kirkland actually sat at the press conference table and said, "Yeah, this is my redeeming fight." Bro, you got beat up by everybody. I mean, you've gotten beat by everybody.
And knocked out, is another way to put it. He's not just beaten. This guy's been knocked out, 3 times now? The one against Canelo Alvarez was not pretty. I think that got knockout of the year. It's never good to get that award, excuse me. No, I don't look at, and Kirkland Cotto is being put to the back burner by a lot of other things. You got Tyson Fury announcing his comeback. You have Joshua Klitschko that's doing 100,000. Frampton versus Santa Cruz, the rematch.
Oh, the amount of news to get Corolla Linares and
Part
that fight
2,
card.
yeah.
Part 2. It's just, that's an insane fight card that, once again, England is stacking and showing the U.S. what a fight card should look like, and they're just stacking the crap out of it.
And they actually have fighters that are wanting a legacy in the sport. Right now, the American fighter is all about money. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. And I know that's what they're supposed to be, right? But there used to be a little bit of pride in being the best of the best, right? There was 10, you give me 10 contenders, I'll beat them all. Used to be mostly all professional fighters, the way they thought. It's not that way anymore. Now it's, what's the easiest fight I can take for a few $1,000,000? That's the one I want. Which, on the outside looking in for them, I guess is not a bad thing. They're probably looking at me like I'm the fool, but our numbers are hurting in the sport. And soon, media members are going to be leaving this. This whole little, you say there's...
Oh, no, it's
happening, Lee.
It's
happening.
Look, I can tell it by the websites. I intentionally plant this show into forums specifically surrounded by boxing fans so I know that I have people listen to my show. I cannot believe that any true show on just boxing, right, is doing crazy ass numbers. It just doesn't exist. I know people like to talk about it. It's one of the greatest topics in the world. It scores super high ratings when I've done it on national radio. Talking boxing, period. It touches almost every age group. It is I'll tell you the 2 easiest things. If you had to start doing radio tomorrow and you said, Lee, what do I need to do to make sure that I have people call me up and have a dialogue? I would talk pro boxing and I would talk pro wrestling. And you'll have a dialogue. You will. MMA guys, not so much. They're not really big on the radio. You're not going to see it. I'm just telling you from my historical perspective, because of the age group. Think about it. Who uses their radio anymore except old people? Right. They're into boxing. We so desperately want boxing to be back. I was so put off by PBC's little Facebook post, the Year of Champions, little thing that they put out. This is the year. Now, forget last year and the year before when we said that was the year. This is really the year that we make our champions fight. And we're going to prove it by having Danny Garcia fight, Keith Thurman, right? That's their big, here we are. But if you look at the rest of the schedule, the rest of their schedule is bullshit.
Yep. I know.
Okay?
I know.
Legit, it's more of the same. So you gave us a taste of the crack, right? You're going to give us Danny Swift Garcia versus Keith one-time Thurman. And here's what's going to happen. Keith Thurman is going to knock that bitch out. Once and for all, thank God. Okay? My guess is Danny Garcia, one of these I really truly believe this. Danny Garcia, I think, is a handful. Just based on what I can tell from social media, this is just simply speculation on my part. Danny Garcia just looks like a bitch. He just does. Okay.
Damn, that's hard. Look, I'll agree with you.
Well,
about
I'm not
a
going to
handful.
Philadelphia anytime soon to pick a fight with him, but
you will too. Don't.
I would.
I know his father's a handful. You know, I know
Right.
his dad has done nothing to help Danny Garcia's career, as far as being a superstar. Because Danny has milked the boxing world, I think, as much as you can without being a household name. He's a millionaire. He's had a lot of good
without fighting. He's a millionaire without fighting.
know.
It kills me. And here's the thing. Thurman, I've said it since the very first PBC fight when I saw Keith Thurman fight. I think he's handled himself differently. He's presented himself differently. He has not walked in there with that billions and billions of, swagger attitude. I'm here to do business. This is the fight they gave me. So I'm going to do my very best. I'm sorry I didn't knock this guy out. I will try harder next time.
Really, Keith Thurman has not been brought up the way that these other Adrian Broners and Danny Garcias has.
And because he's not the showman.
He's not the showman. He wasn't given millions of dollars to come over to the PBC. You know, Keith Thurman probably has only made one check of $1.5 million. I don't really ever hear of Keith Thurman making the type of money that Adrian Broner and Danny Garcia, Deontay Wilder, and these guys have already made without fighting anyone. So Keith has been very loyal to the PBC, and I think they're paying him back by giving him Danny.
They're feeding
him.
Feeding
Yeah.
him straight up, feeding him.
Yes.
A primetime guy. It will make Thurman.
Yes.
Thurman will be one of the biggest names when just based on the way that they built Garcia.
Especially if he annihilates Danny as fast as most insiders are thinking this fight's going to be.
Oh no, this is 3 rounds of boxing.
I was saying to say 6. I think Danny goes at least 6 rounds with him, but he takes way too many punches to say that he's going to go the distance with a puncher like Keith Thurman. If Keith Thurman can destroy Danny Garcia on national television, everyone's going to ask to see this guy again because he is so humble. He's got the skin tone. He's got the look. He's got the character. He's got everything to connect to a bunch of people, not just the Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner crowd. You know, these guys, this little Mayweather crowd. You know, there's only certain people that like guys that wear sunglasses indoors. There's only a certain amount. And then there's other people say, oh, fuck him. Just by looking at him, it's like, get out of
here. Of all the guys last year who wore sunglasses at press conference, there's only one legit guy bad enough in any sport to have worn sunglasses. Conor McGregor. You know why? Because he will start a fight with you, steal your belt from you, and bang your girlfriend.
And you know what I like about...
He's that guy.
And what else I like about him is he respects the sport of boxing. He doesn't trash it. Like when he went to New York to fight at Madison Square and wore what Joe Frazier wore to fight Ali, it's little things like this. And he's done it before. That wasn't the first time that he linked the two sports together, but showed respect to the sport of boxing. And Lee, that's a part of the branch. That's a part of connecting.
Yep.
Here I don't really watch UFC. I don't like this, but you know what?
I like Conor.
Yeah, I see this guy respecting and showing love to our sport, guess what? I am going to tune in. I do want to see his stand up. Then everything else, you're right. It all comes in, and
he is like everybody in boxing. Take note. He can be a dick without being a dick. He's like a lovable dick. Like you want him to throw a water bottle, right? So what does boxing do is we're going to throw a table. No, asshole. You're going to hurt someone.
I know.
Okay. Boxing goes all the way to we're going to throw a table.
He gets suspended for like 6 months.
No. Throw a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Throw a water bottle. Throw water. They were throwing water at each other. They were literally having a water fight from across the room like children. Okay. He didn't have to pretend to be illiterate to sell any of his fights. Right. He didn't. Boxing needs to take note and recognize. I mean, either that or just hire Eddie Hearns. If I'm Golden Boy or anybody this year, Andrew, I'm telling you, the unsung hero of 2016 is Eddie Hearn. This dude's making fights in England. Like, that's all HBO should be buying. They should be in the Eddie Hearn box.
Soon they will. If,
They
if
should